Hey everyone, it's Wasim here from the channel Handsome Smiles. Thank you for joining me on another video. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of this new fragrance that's just come to my house today, and it's called Sandalwood Cologne from the house of G.O.F. Trumper. So I found out about this fragrance from the guys at Waff from the Lofts. They've helped me discover so many different fragrances, and you've seen first impressions of them on my channel. For example, Taboo by Dana and Kabusha by Gris. Those are the two main fragrances that I was introduced to from their channel. So a great channel for discovering fragrances, and both of them are top guys. So GF Trumper Sandalwood, actually back in the past, about 10-12 years ago, before I started my YouTube channel, I was really into wet shaving, and I actually used to have a sandalwood soap, shaving soap by them, which had a very subtle woody smell, and I quite enjoyed that one. But if I do remember, they used to have a lavender one as well, which I enjoyed a lot more. Obviously, I don't do any wet shaving anymore since I've grown my beard, but have smelt the shaving soap, but I haven't smelt the cologne just yet. So interesting to see what the first impressions will be of this fragrance. So a lot of people have compared this to Chanel's Egoist. I've reviewed that on my channel. It's a beautiful scent. So interested to see how this smells. So for me, sandalwood, I do wear sandalwood oils neat. So in their oil format, in their other myself at home. I've worn different styles of sandalwood. So sandalwood oil from India, which is called like Mysore sandalwood. Which is Mysore is a place in India, and that sandalwood is extremely expensive. From my understanding, the trees are like becoming quite endangered, which has made the price of sandalwood skyrocket. Sandalwood is also used as a base for a lot of others as well, so sometimes others have a base of oud, musk or sandalwood, and so a lot of others, if it's like an other based on a flower, then they use like jasmine, then they use sandalwood as a base to help bind the other together. I've also worn other oils, sandalwood oils from Sri Lanka and Indonesia, and I prefer the sandalwood from Sri Lanka and Indonesia compared to the Indian sandalwood, because I find the sandalwood from Sri Lanka and Indonesia has a more interesting profile. It has like a spicier, zingier touch compared to the Indian sandalwood, which is more creamier, smoother, and a little bit more powdery. And it has like a milky sort of smell to it as well, the Indian sandalwood. I much prefer the Sri Lankan and the Indonesian variant instead. So GOF Trumper is an English brand, and from here I can see it was established in 1875, so very, very old. And they're based in Mayfair and St. James's in London, a very posh part of London. I do really like the packaging here. I think the yellow color, bright ambery yellow color, really matches well with the sandalwood theme, because sandalwood has that sort of color, the ambery golden sort of color. So at the back there's some information, so I'll give that a read. Sandalwood is a very rare and precious perfume, and its popularity has caused many substitutes and inferior preparations to be produced. So like I mentioned, the sandalwood from India, especially Mysore, the trees have become very endangered, and that's the reason why they've become so expensive, sandalwood, in recent years. It goes on to say, to uphold a tradition of excellence, the sandalwood oil used by Trumpers in the manufacture of our products is only from the very highest quality and originates from the mountainous Mysore area of India, the center of world sandalwood production. Okay, so this one they're claiming is Mysore sandalwood from India. Very interesting. Let's see how this smells on my skin. Like I've mentioned, I prefer the sandalwood from Indonesia and Sri Lanka because it has like a touch of spiciness, which I really enjoy. I find a little bit more interesting compared to like the creamier, milkier and powdery aspect from Mysore. So it goes on to say, Santalum album, the sandalwood tree is a marvel in itself, related to the European mistletoe. It is a parasite tree growing to a height of 40 feet and thriving best in the mountainous region of Mysore. The history of sandalwood is as old as civilization itself. In Egypt, it was known as long as 1700 BC and has been held in high esteem ever since. It has been used as burning material during religious rites of some of the world's greatest religions. The wood has also proved of excellent quality. The wood, has also proved of excellent quality for carving, but by far the greatest use has been for the extraction of sandalwood oil from the heartwood of the tree. Ever since the days of the empire and the long association with India, trumpers have been producing fine sandalwood perfumes and preparations for gentlemen. Our Sandalwood Cologne continues that trumpet tradition. So interesting that they speak about the empire. So if you're not sure, a little bit of a history lesson. The empire refers to the colonialism of India by the British Empire. I think it lasted about 100 years. So let me open this up and we'll give this a first impressions. That's how it looks inside there. This is how the bottle looks. I quite like the bottle. It's a very high quality glass bottle. I love bottles which are clear and have just a sticker on top, especially, you know, like Chanel perfumes. It just gives it a classy quality. So the front has Duo F Trumper 1875, Perfumer Mayfair, St. James's, London, and Sandalwood Cologne. I quite like this. It's quite a beautiful bottle design. At the back is some information. I don't think we need to look into that. The gold cap at the top has like a crown. Quite interesting. Okay, let's open it up and give it a first impressions. Spray seems okay. Wow, I can smell it already. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Chanel's Egoist. It has a splash of like a bright bergamot mixed in with a touch of sandalwood and a little bit of cinnamon. It's really, really smooth and smells very gentlemanly. It's got such a high quality woody sort of smell. This smells a lot better to me on my skin compared to Chanel Egoist. That one was very, very harsh on the cinnamon. This one, the cinnamon seems a lot more smoother and just gives it a very gentle, warm spiciness. And in the background, you've got this really beautiful, smooth, slightly powdery sandalwood. I got the sandalwood and the cinnamon straight away on my skin. Initial blast is of like a fresh bergamot. This smells delicious. It's definitely a masculine scent in my opinion. This gives off like not a mature smelling, but like a sophisticated, gentlemanly smell. It smells a lot better than the shaving soap that I used to have. For me, this smells quite clean. So you could wear this to the office. I don't think you'll get any bad reactions or anything like that. So it smells clean, has like a fresh quality with a lovely warm spiciness coming from the cinnamon and some gentle woods coming from the sandalwood. I think the cinnamon is a little bit more stronger on my skin. This is just first impressions. The cinnamon seems a little bit stronger and the sandalwood is as a backing player at this moment in time. I'm not sure how it will be when it dries down. From first impressions, I'm quite impressed actually. I think I'm going to enjoy wearing this one, and it wasn't too expensive either. This one cost me £45 for a 50ml bottle. Okay, let's see what the note breakdown is. Okay, at the top we're going to get lemon, spicy notes, lavender, bergamot and clary sage. So I definitely picked up the bergamot, and it says spicy notes. For me, it seems a little bit more of cinnamon, a warmer spicy quality. The heart of the fragrance is geranium, rose, carnation and jasmine. Haven't picked that up just yet. There is a sweeter quality in this that is coming off. I'm not sure if that's from the rose. And the base of the fragrance is sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, amber and leather. So definitely you pick up the sandalwood. Like I've just mentioned, there's a sweet, warm quality as well. I'm not sure if that's coming from the vanilla or the amber, but that was the note breakdown. From first impressions, I'm quite impressed with this. I would summarize this being like a fresh blast of fresh citruses that's quickly joined by warm spices and a backbone of smooth sandalwood. It smells gentlemanly, very clean as well. So I could imagine this working really well as someone's sort of signature fragrance. You can wear this to work formally, or you can wear this casually as well. It seems to be quite a signature scent and a fragrance that works in many different occasions. I think this could work day or night. I'm going to give it a bit more testing to see how it develops on my skin, and I can't wait to give this a full proper review. I'm going to enjoy wearing this in the next few weeks. Guys, I hope if you enjoyed this first impressions. If you have, please do leave me a like and a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Until next time, my friends, see you later.